We will start with introductory remarks, and we will go in alphabetical order. And in the interest of time, if Mr. Coladarci, if you will start and make sure that the microphone gets passed to directly in front of you.
Is it working, folks? Yeah. Good evening. My name is Joe Coladarci, and I'm running for County Commissioner. I moved here 3.5 years ago. I chose Rowan County as the place I wanted to live. I did that for a number of reasons. First off, we are centrally located in the middle of 3.4 million people. I say that because I run a small distribution business and service business, and that is an ideal reason to be here. That same reason is one of the things I believe is a good way to grow our economy here in Rowan. And I believe we should be soliciting all kinds of distribution centers to come here, using both our 85 corridor in the western part of our county because they have such good accessibility to 77. I am a Republican and I am a Tea Party candidate. Tea Party is not a political group, but it has the same fundamental ideas and values as our Republican Party does. And part of that is, as they say in a Tea Party, TEA, taxed enough already. Okay, it's in favor of small government, like our Republican Party. It's in favor in equal opportunity for people, like our Republican Party. It's in favor of one person, one vote, like our Republican Party. And I go on and on. It pretty much mirrors the North Carolina Republican platform. As a matter of fact, we found some good people from the Tea Party to help to grow the Republican Party here in Rowan. So with that, I'm asking for your vote this evening, and I hope that you will consider me.
Yesterday, the superintendent publicly expressed a desire to transform the public schools by focusing on children age 3 through high school. What do you think about her ambitions, and how would you be prepared to help her as a county commissioner?
Well, first off, as people have repeatedly said, Dr. Moody is a bright light, and I've said that myself in the past. I did get to speak with her for about an hour and a half. I tried not to take up too much of her time. I'm surprised that she's including people, young children, 3 and 4 years of age. That's something that is new to me here, so I don't even want to address that. I am, however, going to ask you folks a question. Here we sit. This argument we've had in the past about the central office and the funding of the schools and the intractable people that we call the county commissioners. There's only one problem. Our school board has been the same people, and they've had 4 votes or more, as Mr. Sides has said. They've had 4 votes or more for 12 to 20 years, and they didn't get the job done. In the last 10 years, our county commission has turned over with different people. So who is the intractable force here? We're laying the blame for everything on our county commission. Our school has failed for the last 20 years. When are you going to change your school system? When are you going to change your board of directors of the schools? Our post has never publicly questioned the chairman of the school board, Dr. Miller, but they repeatedly questioned Mr. Sides. I'm wondering why the questions aren't asked and the accountability isn't asked of the elected school board. It is no different than the elected county commissioners. So I consider some of that an unfair question.
Thank you. Do you agree with the County Commission's decision to buy the former Salisbury Mall? If elected, would you seek to sell or keep it? And if you choose to keep it, would you move a number of county employees out of downtown Salisbury to that facility?
Well, first off, I have about 40 years experience owning apartments, repurposing buildings, and I might add, watching and listening. It seems that this same mall kind of purchase has happened in other parts of our state and South Carolina, all of which have been very, very successful. One of the differences might be that the innuendo and the false straw dogs that have been set up, one of which is an attorney or attorneys here fearful for their own real estate values, start to spread a rumor that the Justice Department is going to move to the mall. I was told from the very beginning that that wasn't going to happen. So you can keep throwing out straw dogs. Ms. Glusman here talks about asbestos. It actually has been, and I know this because I've asked, it has been verified that encapsulated asbestos, no problem in the mall, okay? Understand a few other things, and the best way to do it is to go and see what I've written on my website. But we're going to remodel a few places in the mall. The county commissioners are, and they estimate $50 a square foot. Since it's the school board, I estimated $60 a square foot. The same 60,000 square foot that they say they need can be repurposed in part of the Belks building, only 3/4 of it, with the parking for $3,600,000 at 25% more than we're doing other work in the mall at $60. Someone needs to follow the money. Who owns North Main Street? What are they going to get for the land for the parking lot for this 60,000 square foot building on North Main Street?
Thank you. Mr. Cupp. Other counties and states are courting and cultivating new companies to move to their locations. Rowan County is in dire need of good-paying jobs that support a family. What tools would you use to attract new jobs to Rowan County?
I spoke before about the fact that we have opportunities here in distribution. I believe that is one of the biggest ways to quickly and effectively reduce our unemployment level, because those folks that are suffering with unemployment right now are those folks that can fill those jobs as drivers and pickers and packers. Along with those jobs, though, come computer people and order takers and salesmen and managers. So it does grow, but it's not a silver bullet. It's a practical way to get something done. You have to start with simple ideas and not shoot for pie in the sky, okay? Back to the other questions that we had before, education. Our educational system here is broken. Dr. Moody is looking forward to fix it. But the people who run our Board of Education, those elected officials, are the same people that have stood over the top of this educational system for the last 12 to 20 years. You need to consider where your problem really is. You need to change the direction of the ship. We have teachers who have some of the lowest supplements, yet we give $4.5 million in supplements. Our administrative staff, through the decisions of the board of directors of the schools, gets between 20 and 35% supplements. Our teachers get 6.5% of their pay in supplements. Change the direction of the ship. Get the leaders of your school board to change its direction. Take care of your teachers, not your administrators.
Thank you. Mr. Cupp. We now will have our concluding remarks.
Thank you all for putting up with us tonight, and I appreciate everyone that's here. I am one of those people who has chosen, again, to come here to Rowan County, it does have many attributes. I hope you will consider me for May 6th and on into November. When I look back on my decision to come here, I saw the beautiful lake. I presently live out there now. And I find that the people have been, on the most part, very warm and open. But I also have learned since I've been here that yes, there are 10 different municipalities, but there's a whole county out there of unincorporated people. And I'm wondering if they understand that based on what I see here with this board, with this group of people, will we go back to 2004 and re-annex the airport? Will the people in their drive on the county committee in the future basically do what the city of Salisbury, and in that matter, the failing school board, want done? I want to represent the whole 138,000 people that live here, not just those people that live in a particular municipality. I find that freedom of living outside of the city limits very rewarding, and I hope that you all will still consider me for the Republican ticket. Thank you very much.